Hello and welcome to the 26th edition of our consumer education series, Nivesh Kar Befikar, presented to you by PolicyBazaar.com. I am Bhanvi Arora, your host for today's webinar. Health insurance not only protects your hard-earned savings by covering medical expenses, but it also provides best medical treatment so that you don't have to worry when paying those hefty hospital bills. But are you satisfied with the health insurance policy you're currently having? Sometimes a big no, when you find out that your current policy is providing lesser benefits. So can you port your policies without being at any disadvantage, just like you port your mobile numbers? The answer is yes. If you're dissatisfied with your policy, you can port and still ensure that your accrued benefits are not gone for a toss. To explain porting in detail, we have with us Khyati Chaudhary, health insurance expert at PolicyBazaar.com. Welcome to the webinar, Khyati.
Thank you so much, Bhanvi.
So, Khyati, porting in health insurance is a buzzing subject because of obvious reasons like coverage, inadequate coverage, and the cost of consumables, etc. So, can you explain to our viewers out here what exactly porting means in health insurance?
Porting basically means changing your insurer from insurer X to insurer Y. Now, why would a customer want to change an insurer? There could be multiple circumstances. Something as simple as the premium of the policy increase next year. So, premium increases with age. So, in some insurers, it increases by 5%. In some, it does not increase. It increases after 5 years of bracket. So, one reason of changing the insurer would be the change in price. Next would be somebody finds the current sum insured inadequate. So say somebody has a 3 lakh policy and due to the increasing cost of hospitals due to COVID, somebody wants to increase the sum insured. Then that is the second scenario. Third would be the features in the current policy are inadequate or there are limitations. So due to the innovations in the health insurance market, the plans keep on changing and every now and then a new plan comes which does not have limitations and is better than the previous ones. So that is another scenario why one would want to change the insurer. So porting is as simple as changing your insurer at the time of renewal. Now, why would somebody port and not buy a fresh health insurance policy? This is because when you buy a fresh insurance, then some waiting periods apply on a policy. These waiting periods are continued in a portability. So when you port, the waiting periods will continue as it is. Say there are 3 types of waiting periods in the policy. One is the initial waiting period, which is a 30-day waiting period that is applicable for all insurances. Next, there is a waiting period for slow growing illnesses, which is a 2 years waiting period. And third is for pre-existing conditions, which is a 3-year or 4-year waiting period depending from plan to plan. So say somebody already has a health insurance and served 2 years period in that, and then he ports. Then he does not do that period for the next insurer as well. So that waiting period continues when you port your health insurance. So that's why one should port and not buy a new fresh insurance altogether when he wants to change an insurer. So this is what portability means in health insurance.
Moving on, how do you think porting a health insurance policy can help a customer get adequate coverage?
Adequacy can differ from person to person and from his need to basically his need basis. So I can categorize adequacy in 3 basic clusters. One is sum insured. So say somebody has a 5 lakh sum insured policy and he feels that due to the rising cost, he wants to change the sum insured. So that is first type of inadequacy. Next is somebody has a limited health cover. So health insurance is basically of 2 types. One is of limited nature, one is of comprehensive. So somebody has a limited cover which has limitations. So limitations can be as simple as there's a room rent limitation. And now in market there are policies which give you coverage up to suite room as well. So you can get treated in a suite room. So that is the next type, that there are limitations in terms of features, and that's why you want to shift to a policy which does not have those limitations. Third could be network of hospital. So for example, during COVID or during a time of claim, you realize in your city, the network hospitals are very less. So there could be a plan which has just 5 network hospitals and you want a wider coverage. So you would go for a plan which has more network hospitals. Say there's some plan which has 20 network hospitals. Then you would want to shift to a plan which gives you more coverage in that manner. So adequacy can be 3 parts, summarizing it. One could be in terms of sum insured, next is features, and next is in terms of network hospitals.
So what should be the ideal sum insured that a person should have for their health insurance?
Ideally, higher the better, I would say. So there is no such limitations. See, if you see the rising cost of medical, like you mentioned in the introduction as well, diseases like cancer, diabetes, heart problems are quite common. And even if you go for something as simple as an angiography in an hospital, there would be a bill of 3 to 4 lakhs, as simple as that. So that's why one should maximize the sum insured. And now there are plans in market which give up to 1 crore of sum insured. So one should try and maximize it. But if you ask me personally, one should, for an individual, at least a 10 lakh sum insured is needed. So if there are 2 people in the policy, you are buying a policy for yourself and your spouse, then you should take 10 lakh for an individual, total of 20 lakh of policy at least. But again, due to the innovations in the market, now you can get a 1 crore sum insured at the price of 10 lakhs itself. So one should make a smart decision in this term that you should go for a higher sum insured when you are getting that in the same price range.
So, Kathy, why is it important to review your health insurance policy every year?
So, health insurance is something which will cover you throughout your life. It's not just that you're buying for the current time. So, as technology advances, there are innovations in the health insurance market as well. Every year, new plan comes, and that is better than the previous plans in terms of coverages. For example, post-COVID, now there are plans which cover consumables. There are plans which have zero waiting period for COVID. So that's why one should keep on reviewing what are the plans in the market and are they better than what you are having currently. So one should upgrade, considering if you're getting a better features in the similar price range, then why get stuck in the similar old technology? So it is similar to upgrading your technology. One would not stay with a i3 laptop at the same point of time. They would upgrade to a i7. So it's similar to that only.
We have some queries from our customers as well. So we have a question from Narendra Singh. He says, what are the benefits of porting?
If you buy a fresh policy, then waiting periods are applied in your policy. There are 3 types of waiting periods. One is the initial waiting period. That is whatever other claim you can take after 30 days for accidental claims. There is another type of waiting period, which is a specific waiting period. That is for slow growing illnesses like hernia, piles, cancer. That is a 2 years waiting period. And then there are pre-existing condition waiting period. For example, somebody has diabetes, hypertension or heart problem, then there is a 3 or 4 year waiting period depending on the plan. What is the waiting period? That you can't take a claim for these conditions under that specified time duration. So if you have a plan and you have already served those 2 years or 3 years of period, then you can port your plan and you need not serve those waiting period again. So that's why one should port and one should not buy a fresh insurance if you already have one.
So there's a question from Dayanand. The question is, I am a senior citizen and want to port my policy to higher sum insured. What are the things I should look at while porting my health insurance policy?
So for senior citizens, there are 2-3 main features that come to my mind. One is that there should be no co-payment. So at higher ages, the insurer applied co-payment that a person is supposed to pay X amount of claim from his pocket. So one should look out for the co-payment percentage. Next, for example, if he has a policy where he has already served 3-4 years of waiting period, then he need not look after the waiting period in the new policy. That will be taken care of. Third, if there are any pre-existing conditions, and earlier also he got policy with under medical underwriting, then he should be sure that whether the next plan would be issued for him or not. So in medical conditions, it becomes a dicey situation that whether the portability insurer will take it or not.
So we have Naresh Ratnani who is live with us. He is asking how to identify which insurer is better.
It's simple. You can go to policybazaar.com and compare the different plans. We can compare different insurers based on different categories. One is the claim settlement ratio. So for a customer, the most important thing is claims. That whether your claim will be handled properly or not, and that is signified by the claim settlement ratio an insurer has. Next is the hospital network. So if you are in city X, then you need to see what is the network in your city. So there should be a number of hospitals that you can go to and get treated at the time of claim. Third would be the no claim bonus. So no claim bonus is very important. Say if you don't take claim, then by how much amount of sum insured is increased. Next should be the restoration benefit. So say you exhausted the sum insured in 1 year only and you want to take another claim, then is there any restoration possible? So you have to compare the insurer on all possible features and then decide which one to buy.
We have a question from Amit. The question is, what are the things one should compare before quoting?
One should compare that they're existing and the new plan they want to buy. What are the features? So say existing one has a room rent limitation. There are plans which will give you 1% up to 1% of sum insured. Then you can probably look out for a plan which will give you up to suite room or up to single private room coverage. Next would be that whether the consumables are covered in that or not. Because in COVID, every hospital applies a standard charges for consumables. So one should look for whether consumables are covered or not. Third would be home treatment is there or not. Again, this is very relevant to COVID, that home treatment is covered under the policy or not. Fourth would be that what are the waiting periods. That for example, he has served 2 years already and he has any other existing condition, then what are the waiting period that will be applicable for him. So these are the 4 points that he should consider.
We have a question from Vivek who's live with us. Can we port to another insurer anytime?
No. So you can port at the time of renewal only. So before 45 days of your expiry, you can port. And it is advisable that minimum 15 days, before 15 days you should port. You should not delay it to the expiry date because there might be conditions where underwriting takes time. So it is better to port 15 days in advance only. And maximum by 45 days you can do it.
We have a question from Abhishek. If we port our old policy to a new one, do we lose out on benefits also, like waiting periods, NCB, etc.?
You don't lose out on waiting periods. So say it's already been 2 years, then you need not serve those 2 years again in the new policy. But yes, you do lose out on no claim bonus. How is it carried forward is, like for example, there's a 5 lakh policy, existing 5 lakh policy, and you port to a 10 lakh policy. And in 2 years, you have gained 2 lakh of no claim bonus. Then your effective policy is of 7 lakhs. Then your waiting period will not be applicable for those 7 lakhs. So for example, you have already covered 2 years of waiting period for any other cataract, hernia, piles, or any of that kind of a disease. Then for 7 lakhs, you can get treated for those kind of diseases as well. So that is the continuity benefit of porting.
Okay. There's one more question coming in from Sukesh Gautam, who's live with us. So waiting period of my current health policy for a disease, say diabetes, is 2 years. But the waiting period of diabetes in my new insurer is 4 years. What happens then?
So in those scenarios, you have already served 2 years of waiting period. Then if you go to a 4-year waiting period one, then you have to serve another 2 years of waiting period in those scenarios. So a total of 4 years will be covered, considering 2 from your previous policy, 2 from your current policy.
All right. We have a question from Shankar Devnath. Me and my wife have a separate retail health insurance policy. Can we port to be covered in one policy?
This is only possible in one scenario where the policy expiry date is same. So if policy expiry date of both the individuals is different, then they can't port into one policy. But if it is same, they can port into one family floater policy and add their child as well later on.
Prashant has a question. I want to buy a health insurance policy for my parents. Which is the best and most beneficial health insurance for my senior citizen parents?
So for senior citizen, one should keep 2 main features in mind. One is co-payment, which is the amount you would pay out of your pocket in case of a claim. There are companies which will which have no co-payment option, and there are companies which have co-payment option. So based on your budget, you should see that whether you want to go for a no co-payment option or a co-payment one. Next would be waiting periods. So waiting periods become relevant in terms of senior citizen because there are higher chances of claim at that point of time. So what are the waiting periods? There are plans which will give you instant day one coverage, and there are plans which will give you 4 years of waiting period. Again, the price of both will differ. So these are the two main things one should look out for. And in terms of COVID and for senior citizen, one more thing which is important is home care and domiciliary. So for elder parents, home care is very relevant, and you should see what are the conditions under home care and then compare them across the plans.
Okay. Another question from Bhavesh. I have a policy from Universal Sompo with an SI of rupees 4 lakhs. Please suggest how porting can help in my case.
So sum insured of 4 lakh is less compared to today's hospital market. So we have seen cases coming to us at the time of COVID itself that one claim could go up to 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs, and even if there are some disease, then it can go up to 20-30 lakhs as well. So for this case, it is very relevant to go for a higher sum insured, specifically at the time of COVID. So what I feel for him is that he should check for a 1 crore plan because that would be available for him. So go for a higher sum insured.
For people who have existing health insurance policies and they wish to port their plan to a different insurer for enhanced and better coverage and benefits, what is the procedure they need to follow?
One can come and fill the form online and just get the policy instantly. One should have the details of the previous insurer in hand and fill those online. It is a completely online and paperless process. And in STP cases, basically the non-medical cases, the policy would be issued instantly. For other cases where there are medical conditions or any previous conditions are there, then underwriting would happen. That would have happened in earlier insurer as well.
Naresh Ratnani has a follow-up question. Is family floater better for a family of 3 or should I go for an individual policy?
In family floater, for example, you have taken a 10 lakh policy, then that 10 lakh would be applicable for the 3 of you. But if you have taken an individual policy with 10 lakh each, then you have that 10 lakh covering individually. So it's better to go for a higher sum insured. You can probably go for a 1 crore where all 3 of you are covered, or you can go for a 10 lakh individually where you will have 10 lakh policy for every individual.
How does the top-up plan work compared to regular plan, and is it advisable to have a top-up plan? This question is from Vivek.
Every top-up has a deductible option in it. What is deductible? Deductible is the amount that will be paid out of your base policy or out of your pocket if you don't have a base plan. So there are policies with deductible up to 50,000, 1 lakh, 5 lakh, or etc. So say you have a base plan of 5 lakh and you have a top-up of 95 lakh adding up to 1 crore. Then a claim comes of 6 lakhs. Then that 5 lakh will be taken out of your base plan and then 1 lakh will be taken up from your super top-up. So that is how super top-up work. Why would one want to take super top-up? Because super top-up is cheaper and can increase your sum insured to up to 1 crore. So you can take a base of 5 lakh and take a 95 lakh top-up to increase your coverage up to 1 crore and nothing else changes. Instead, if you go for a 1 crore base plan or the regular plan, then that would be expensive as well and giving you the similar coverages. So that's why it is advisable to take a top-up and take a base plan as well. So that initial deductible is done from your base plan and then from top of the remaining amount is done. Also, one important thing, they should be of same insurer. Because if they are of separate insurer, then at the time of claim, you might face some problems.
We have a question from Anand Mundra, who's live from Chennai. Planning to take HDFC Ergo Optima Secure policy, should I go for sum insured of rupees 10 lakhs or 5 lakhs plus top-up insurance?
Say if you're looking only for yourself, then you can probably go for 5 plus 95 option, giving you coverage up to 1 crore. Or even you can go for 10 plus 90 as well. 5 plus 95 would be sufficient for an individual ideally. So for family floater, you should take an individual cover for each and every one. You can probably take 10 lakh each. That would be advisable.
So we have another question from Rajiv. Can we port from paying annually to paying on monthly EMIs?
This can be done very easily. We have insurers on board who give monthly plans. At the same time, we have payment options on credit card, debit card, net banking, where you can easily get it in monthly installment. So if you are paying annually and going into monthly mode, there is no such restriction. This is just a payment mode. You can switch at the time of renewal and it can be done very easily.
We have a question from Satish. What happens if one misses out on paying the EMI for some month? Does one have to make a payment every month, or does it get deducted all automatically?
So in monthly payment mode, whenever you apply for a policy, you need to do an e-mandate. And if you do an e-mandate, automatic deduction will happen from your account. Say the automatic deduction fails and it does not happen due to circumstances like insufficient funds or anything, or the bank denied. There are multiple circumstances under which e-mandate can fail. So if that happens, you need to pay the EMI under grace period. There's a standard grace period of 15 days in insurers. So if you don't pay the EMI in that grace period, then the policy lapses. So that's why it's necessary to pay the EMI within 15 days of time so that the policy does not lapse. Also, there are other options like credit card and debit card EMI options, which gives you the flexibility for 1 month itself. So it's like a credit card EMI option that you can get an EMI on your credit card and you can pay it with your credit card bills as well. So that is a flexible option for you compared to this limited option where if you don't pay within 15 days then your policy lapses. So it is advisable to go for credit card or debit card EMI option that gives you that flexibility.
So Vivek is live with us. His question is, can you suggest some health plan which are covering OPD as well as hospitalization?
OPD is one such booming feature that all the individuals look out for, and insurers have come up with plans that give OPD coverage now. There's one such plan, Care Insurance itself, which is launched last month only, and that gives OPD. So you can check that out. Even in Max Super Reassure, there is an OPD coverage option. So these are the two options you can look out for.
We have a question from Rajesh. In case someone has just paid 2 monthly installments of the health insurance premium and files for a claim next month, in such a scenario, how will the claim be processed?
So, for example, the monthly EMI is 500 rupees and you were supposed to pay 6,000 for annual premium. Now you have a claim of 50,000 and you have just paid 2 EMIs, which is of 1,000 rupees. So remaining 5,000 will be deducted from the claim amount. So if you are claiming for 50,000, the company will give you only 45,000. Rest 5,000 of the monthly EMIs will be adjusted in the claim amount. That is how the claim is done in case of monthly.
So we have a question from Abhishek Agarwal. Is the claim settlement ratio should be a criteria to choose a new insurer, or which is the best criteria?
One thing which is very important for an individual is claims. Like you buy an health insurance for claims and hope for a better experience. So that's why you should compare claim settlement ratio. What are the other criteria? One is the hospital network. So are there sufficient hospitals in your area for that particular insurer? Is something you need to look out for. Third, what are the plans you are looking for? Like if you're looking for a comprehensive kind of a plan or a limitation kind of a plan. So if you're looking for a comprehensive, what are the features that are given in an X insurer compared to a Y? So features like no claim bonus. What is the no claim bonus in X compared to no claim bonus in Y? Next could be something like waiting periods. So waiting periods are very relevant considering if there are plans which will give you day zero cover. So you can check the waiting periods. Third would be consumables are covered or not. That is very important times of COVID and you should definitely check it. Consumables are there or not. Fourth would be a domiciliary and a home care benefit. Consumables and domiciliary are very important in times of COVID and you should definitely check the terms and conditions for that while buying health insurance.
Okay. We have a question from Raj. How does a consumer ensure his claim does not get rejected?
One, you should declare everything at the time of buying health insurance. If you hide anything, then that is the reason for rejection. The companies don't want to reject your claim, they want to give you a very good experience, and so does Policy Bazaar. We want to help all our customers, and that's why we encourage you to declare each and everything. For something, we have cases, for example, something as simple as a customer had a fracture 10 years back. Then we declare even that so that your claim does not get rejected. So, one thing which is very important is declare each and every small thing at the time of filling your proposal form. For something as simple as you have sinus, or something as simple as you had a fracture 10 years back. So if you declare it, then the company can't decline your claim. Next would be, at the time of claim, one should go for a cashless facility, so that later on at the time of reimbursements, you need not file the reimbursement and go through the tedious process. But on the contrary, there are circumstances that there is no cashless hospital in your city and you have to go for a reimbursement process. So prepare all the documents, take all the bills. So that is one thing you need to ensure. Third, we don't want you to be in so much trouble. That's why if you buy through Policy Bazaar, we can offer on-ground claim support, and our executive will be there to help you at the time of claim. So buying by Policy Bazaar, the best thing is the on-ground claim support. Any circumstance or anything, we are just a call away, and our executive will be there to help you throughout the claim process, and we can help you so that your claim does not get rejected.
So moving on, we have a question from Varun. How has today's health insurance market evolved in terms of offerings for customers? What new is there for customers?
Earlier on, there were plans where there were limitations in terms of route category. For example, there were limitations up to 1% of sum insured. Now there are plans which will give you up to suite room coverage. So that is one, which is room rent cover. Next is waiting period. Earlier, there was a standard waiting period of 4 years for pre-existing disease. Even for diseases like diabetes, hypertension, heart, there was a 4-year waiting period. Now there are plans which will give you day zero cover. So that is something which becomes very relevant to the pre-existing condition customers, and they should definitely look out for less waiting period plans. Third, which is very relevant to COVID, is the home care benefit. Earlier, home care was very limited in nature. Now, the insurers have opened up the home care conditions considering the COVID scenario. Fourth, consumables were never part of the health insurance scheme as they were never required before. But after COVID, consumables is the new normal, and that's the new thing in health insurance. Fifth would be a restoration benefit. So no claim bonus is usually part of the policies, but restoration was something which was not part of normal policies. So what is restoration? Restoration is that you went for a claim, you have a 5 lakh sum insured policy, and you exhausted those 5 lakh. Then the company would restore your 5 lakh for a related or non-related illness based on the plan. So that is another new feature that has come up with the evolving market.
Very valid points here. We have a question from Vivek Saxena, who's live with us. Recently, I had ported my health insurance from HDFC Ergo to Max Bupa though the policy has been issued. How do I confirm that the porting actually took place?
Have you got the policy soft copy as such? Then in that policy soft copy, your previous insurer details would be mentioned. If you have not got the policy soft copy, then you can probably read your details with us. Our team will reach out to you and help you with the soft copy so that you can check that whether the previous insurer details are mentioned there or not.
I have a question from Naresh Ratnani. Can an individual have multiple health insurances and can one club 2 policies and claim?
Yes, you can, but if they are of separate insurers, then you have to go for a reimbursement process where 5 lakh will be done through one plan and 5 lakh through another plan, assuming both are of 5 lakh each. Then in such scenarios, it is not a cashless process, it is a reimbursement kind of a process.
All right, Khyati. So that was all for today. Thank you, Khyati, for joining us. I'm sure your insights would have been really helpful for our viewers out there. Thank you everyone for joining. If you have more queries, you can send those to us on policybazaarshow@policybazaar.com, and we will definitely take up those. We will come up with another exciting episode to decode insurance for you next week. Thank you everyone, and have a nice weekend.